Shalom. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to the Heavenly Father, the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. The true name of the Heavenly Father, his name is Yahweh, and the Son, his name is Yahawashi, who Lord Ignorant called Jesus Christ, who is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and delivered and Savior of the elect being 100,000 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father and Most High, Yahweh, the Hebrew Israelites. And give double honors to my apostles and the elders who great millstones of my elder apostle, and also that I come to the truth, I say the water. Peace and salutations to the reflected men across the corners of the earth, since word in all sincerity and truth, and also to confusion of faces, I say shalom. So this video is basically going to the second coming of Yahawashi, who wrote Ignorant called Jesus Christ, and I'm gonna get a couple which basically goes into that, because Yahawashi is continuing to show himself here on this earth, man, through the way of UFOs. Well, that's what this world calls them, but we know it to be the chariots of Israel, and just also through these prophecies as well. And that's a sign that shows you that Yahawashi is about to return, man. That it ain't gonna be a couple more years, man. It could be months for him to return. It's prophecy, man. Scripture goes into measured out of time, diligent in itself. Spoken, I believe in the second Esdras. And when these signs, me loosely Python, when these signs begin to happen, then shall the Most High begin to visit the world which He made, and that's what's gonna happen right now, man. I'm gonna get into Revelation chapter 19, and it says, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship Yahweh, for the spirit of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. The scripture goes into that he's faithful and true. As I'm going to read right now, verse 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse. And he that sat upon was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. I'm going to read that again, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, behold a white horse. And he that sat upon was called faithful and true, being Yahawashi. And in his righteousness he doth judge and make war. And that's what he's going to come to do when he returns back on this earth, man. You've got these pastors, these priests telling you that when quote unquote Jesus Christ come back, it's gonna be something to look forward to, man. And in actual fact, man, it's gonna be a dreadful day to 2/3 of our people and to these heathens, man. The only joy, the only benefit that's gonna come out of Yahawashi's return is for the elect, the 104,000 men, and the 1/3, the men who are serving Yahawashi, the men who were in the houses and byways pushing His word, when scoffers and scorners were laughing at them. They're the ones who were preaching this word out the foolishness of preaching, as it says. And they're the ones who endured unto the end. As it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 1, that Yahawashi is gonna put his men through the furnace of affliction, as gold is tried in the fires, and acceptable men in the furnace of affliction. So after all that endurance, that is pertaining to Matthew's, they're the ones who are going to be saved, not 2/3 of our people, man, who worship Esau, who took that chip, who took the mark of the beast. Read that again one more time, because there's another gem in this verse. And I saw heaven open, behold a white horse, and that white horse, white representing purity, but that horse representing the chariots, man. As the scriptures speak in parables, that horse is talking about what the white man even calls UFOs, but we know them to be the chariots of Israel, man. And they are the vehicles that Yahawashi is gonna return in when he comes back on this earth, man. And that also goes into Isaiah chapter 6 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and chariots like a whirlwind, to run his anger through and speak with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden, plant one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. And we read that again. For behold, the Lord come with fire, and his chariots like a warring. As I said, when Yahawashi comes back, it's not going to be beneficial to the majority of you people, because Scripture goes into woe unto you who that desire the day of the Lord. Again to end it for you, Amos chapter 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To end it for you, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And these people have been fooled. These people have been tricked to think that when Yahawashi comes back, that he's gonna accept these worldly people, these carnal people in open arms, and that's not the case, man. Because these people are wicked, man. And prior to Yahawashi returning, man, the Most High is gonna bring judgment to 2/3 of our people, as it says in Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Jacob's trouble, and also in Daniel 7:1 and 2 Ezra 15 and 16 chapter. All these scriptures basically going to the plague that Yahawashi is going to bring upon this earth prior to his return. The wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. So Yahawashi is going to be relentless to 2/3 of our people, man. And you heathens, right now, you heathens are irrelevant, man. As the scripture goes into, the Most High judgment begins at the house of Yahawashi, and that's where it's going to take place first. But after that, you heathens, man, even though this is for another topic, you heathens are going to get yours, man. You're going to go into slavery, man, as the scripture goes into Revelations. Says verse 17, it says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden. That was verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and in the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So that's what's about to happen. Yahawashi is going to bring judgment, man. It's going to be bloodbath. I think the scripture basically goes into the scripture basically goes into the amount of destruction, amount of death that Yahawashi is going to bring upon this earth. Blood is going to be on his garments, man. Basically to signify, as I said, the amount of destruction he's going to do on 2/3 of our people, man. I'm going to go to Isaiah 63 verse 4. Now I'm going to go to Amos chapter 9 verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of Yahawashi are upon the simple kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the earth, of the face of the earth, saying, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. And read that again. Behold, the eyes of Yahawashi are upon the simple kingdom. And the scripture goes into how the eyes of the Most High are too pure to behold wickedness, man. And what's going on in this place, man? What's going on in the land of America, Babylon the Great? Absolute wickedness, man. You got homosexuality at an all-time high. You got LGBTQ movement. You got women usurping authority over the man. You got these men being acting feminine, thinking that it's something to be proud of, man. And it's just wrong, man. Pride leads to destruction, and these people are full of pride. Behold, the eyes of the most of Yahawashi upon the simple kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. They have not utterly destroyed the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Yeah, because a remnant are going to be saved, as it says in Isaiah chapter 10 verse 22. How a remnant shall return, a remnant shall also be saved, man. And they are the elect. They are the ones who were virgins and were not defiled, and by defiled, basically into they were not filled with philosophies, the ideologies of this place of Babylon the Great. They didn't worship the beast, they didn't take the chip, and that's spoken of in Revelation, to be the 14th chapter, which I'll get into, Lord willing. But yeah, man, the elect men are, as Scripture says, they're the virgins, man, who were not defiled. One sec. So yeah, Revelation chapter 14. I'm starting from verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood the Mount Zion, and with 144,000 having his father's name written on their foreheads. And that's of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation Israel, 12,000 out of each tribe, to make 144,000. And I heard a voice from heaven, as a voice of many waters, and as a voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne. That song is His word, and I sung as it was a new song. And before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Yeah, and it's the same thing that's happening right now, man. No man could learn that song but 144,000 men, because as it says, even in Matthew's, broad is the way that leads to destruction, and may that be that go in. Because this word is not for everyone. I made a video titled "How the Word of Yahawashi is Hidden in Plain Sight." Not everyone can hear the truth, man. Because one, you'll probably be bugged out. You'll probably get frustrated or just lose your mind trying to understand the parables, the truth of the Most High. And two, this is your destiny. Or from the beginning, we're either destined to be saved or be destroyed, man. And the majority of these people here on this earth, that's their destiny, man. 2/3 of our people, majority of them, man, are just here to die on this side. But in the new world to come, the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be reborn through the elect, because the elect are gonna be the first fruits, and they're the ones who are gonna bring forth the kingdom of heaven, with the leader being Yahawashi. This is Matthew 7 verse 13. And entering the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many that be that which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which lead unto life, and few there be that find it. So yeah, and that goes into that song. Not everyone cannot learn that song, man. Yahawashi has to choose you. So the scripture goes into it. I have not chosen you. You have not chosen me. I have chosen you out of this world. Look at that right now. John 15 verse 16. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit. That's 104,000 men, bring forth fruit. Every one of us brothers who came to the truth, one way or another, whether it be through on a house and Bibles, or whether it be through YouTube. And our duty, our job is to bring forth more fruit, to seal up the 104,000 men. As we were in this world and we didn't know the truth, Yahawashi has called us back into the truth pertaining to Isaiah 10 verse 22. And we're supposed to seal up the elect men for this kingdom, Babylon the Great, for it to be destroyed, and for the kingdom of heaven to be established, for righteousness to be established, and that your fruit should remain. That whosoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you, and the Father is Yahweh. So I'm gonna go back to Revelation 14, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the fourth beast and the elders, and no man could learn that song but 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which will follow the Lamb wherever he goeth. These which were redeemed among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and the Lamb, Yahawashi. Yeah, these were the which followed the Lamb wherever he goeth, man. These were those are the men who went through the furnace of affliction, as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse the second chapter. Because to be seen worthy in the sight of Yahawashi, man, you're gonna have to go through things the same way Yahawashi had to go through things 2,000 years ago, man, being crucified. And some of the elect men, pertaining to Revelation chapter 20 verse 4, some of the elect men are going to be beheaded for the truth, man, and that's going to be a testimony to their faith, testimony to Yeah, to test me to their faith, man. We're all gonna be tried during that hour, and it's up to the Most High Yahawashi, if he's with you, man. Verse 5, and in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell from the earth, and to every nation, kindred, and tongues, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahweh, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. Worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea, and fountains of the earth of the waters. Yeah, and the Most High's name is Yahweh, and the Son is Yahawashi. Those are the two names which are able to give you salvation, man. If that's the Most High's will. And I followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So yeah, man, and that's America, man. And if I can read in verse 9, and the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and his image, receives the mark on his forehead in his hand, the symbol from the wine of the wrath of Yahawashi, which is poured out of that mixture, into the cup of indignation, and she performed with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And that's going to that chip. And 2/3 of our people are going to take that chip. The majority of them are going to take that chip, man. And that basically goes into how they pick Esau over the Most High, the one who's in control of all things, because they're carnal, man. I'm going to go to the next scripture. Isaiah 63 verse 4 says, For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed has come. Yeah, the day of vengeance being Yahawashi, that's in his heart. He dwells upon that, man. And your heart is your mind. As in the Hebrew, it's like being your mind. And this verse right here, man, this also goes back to Asian Israel, man, because Yahawashi had that spirit back then when he was prophesying, man, because 2/3 of people, they're just ignorant, man. They'd rather choose wickedness over righteousness, and that's why they're going to be destroyed, man. You can literally tell these people what's about to happen. I know they'll just laugh at your face, man, or they'll just try and make a joke out of it, man. And that's why they're going to be destroyed. As it says in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, the same shall know about after death by pain. It said, and he answered me then and said, measure that time changing itself. And that's the scripture which I was saying in the beginning of this video. Measure that time changing itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world which we see right now, then shalt thou understand. Then should understand the Most High speak of those things. And how is the Most High speaking of those things? He's speaking it through his men. As it says in Matthew chapter 10 verse 20, it's not you that speak, but it's the Father that speaks within you. So the Most High speaks through his prophets, man. He says, those things which I've said from beginning, before thee, even from the beginning. For like as that is made in the world have a beginning and end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in the wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. One switch I want to get to once real quick before I forget it is so like I just want to get the scripture real quick before I forget. I'm gonna go back to I was reading 2 Ezra verse 8. You know what? I'm gonna go to shall be preserved from the said perils. I'm gonna start with verse 7, Slakia. And everyone that should be found that should be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. And that's the brothers, man, the elect. It goes into I'll show my faith by my works, because you can have you can do the works, but ultimately, if you don't have the faith with Yahawashi, it's all vain, man. It's all void. All that work you did is it's not able to give you salvation, man. It says verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away, but despitefully shall dwell in torments, which is these people of this world. For such in their life have received benefits, have not known me, and they have loathed my law, while yet had liberty, and when yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Their shame must know after death by pain, and that's what these people are gonna know, man. So, back to the next scripture. This is going into America, Babylon the Great. As I read in Amos chapter 9 verse 8, the eyes of the Most High is upon the sinful kingdom. That sinful kingdom is America, because all that work, her sins are reached unto heaven. And in Revelation chapter 18 verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment so give her, for she safe in heart. I say it's the queen, I'm no widow and shall see no sorrow. And that's the pride of Edom, and pride leads unto destruction. So he's basically just lining himself for destruction. So yeah, man, how much you have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she safe in her heart being her mind. I see it's the queen, I'm no widow and shall see no sorrow. And that's why Yahawashi is going to destroy this place, as it says in Isaiah chapter 47, the 47th chapter. I will not meet thee as a man. He's going to come and take vengeance upon you. Most I'll take vengeance. And that's exactly what he's going to do, man. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take thy millstones and grind mill, uncover their locks and make bare the leg, uncover thy thighs and pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I'll take vengeance, I'll not meet thee as a man. So that's what's gonna happen, man. I'll not meet thee as a man, I'll take vengeance, man. Because Yahawashi is gonna come in that spiritual power of his father Yahweh. And you people are not ready, man. 2,000 years ago, Yahawashi came as a mortal man. But the days to come, he's gonna come in that godlike power, man. He's gonna come immortal, man. And he's really gonna show what he's about, man. In that day, all that military might that the Edomites have, that they take so much pride in, it's gonna be nothing that day. That goes into in the second Ezra, the 13th chapter. That's basically going to them UFOs, man. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they that worship was pierced him. All the kings of the earth shall well because of him, whatsoever men. Every eye shall see him, and every knee shall bow. It says, and he said unto me, why seest thou? And I said, I see a flying roll, and the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. And let's go into them chariots, man. I think there's read that again. And I said unto him, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And answered, I said, a flying roll, and that flying roll is another way of describing the chariots of Yahawashi. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth of 10 cubits. But there's a scripture in the book of Zechariah. It basically goes into the salvation of the elect. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. In their seat there shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the changes of his salvation, so far all that they look for. Yeah, man. Because one of the false prophecies that these people believe in is that when Yahawashi return, when Jesus, quote unquote, Jesus Christ returns, that he's gonna come with cherubs and stuff like that, man. Just living in this a fantasy, man. But this word is the truth, man. This word is real, man. And it's gonna be manifest, whether you want to believe it or not. Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 33 tells you that when they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear, and that's these people of this world, and should be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that you look for. Because when the elect are being delivered, nuclear missiles, hyper missiles are going to be dropped on America, the land of America. 200 million missiles are going to be dropped on the land of America, man. But simultaneously, the elect men are going to be delivered, man, into the chariots, and all these people who are on the earth, who are wailing, who are hopeless, who are in misery, they're gonna be shocked, man. Especially these heathens, man, because all them Bibles and proverbs, all the discrimination upon our people, man. You heathens are gonna realize that who you were oppressing, or the chosen people of the Most High, Yahawashi, and shame and guilt is just gonna cover you, man. All the way to the kingdom of heaven when you build up the kingdom of heaven, man. So yeah, man. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna end off there. Slack it 1 sec. I think I didn't cover this one still. Verse 11 of Revelation chapter 19, and I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon was called Faithful and True, and his righteousness doth make war. His eyes was a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself, and was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name the word of the Most High Yahweh. And that blood is, as I said, is going to the mount of judgment, the mount of death that Yahawashi is going to bring upon this earth. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And that's going to the angels, man, because they're all going to come and bring judgment to the land of America and all across the world. No one's exempt from the judgment of Yahawashi, because all nations drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, of America's fornication. So they're all going to be judged. So yeah, man, I'm enough that, becoming all glory and praises to the Heavenly Father and the Most High, Yahawashi. Just like if I was rambling on in this video, but I hope it's clear and edifying to the whole elect men, because they're the only ones who matter. So yeah, man. Shalom.